I want to start this off very simply by saying I'm wishing all the best wishes and the best of health and goodwill towards Tyreek Hill and his family. That was a very, very nasty injury that he suffered. Current reports is a dislocated knee, and it's seemingly he's going to be out for the year. And who knows how much more he'll play after this. He's already up there in age. So just best of well wishes there. And I'm hoping all the best for that. But now let's get into the game. The Miami Dolphins, they finish off the first month of the NFL season with a 27-21 win against the New York Jets at home. And man, Miami desperately needed this win. It is still a long shot to do much with this season, but there is now at least a shot. Their season's not quite dead yet. But still, 1-3 after the first month was never supposed to be the goal or supposed to be the idea for this team. Even entering the season, the bottom line was supposed to be 2-2. Because you're 2-2 after the first month, you're sitting fine. But 1-3, they have a pretty easy stretch coming up. So who knows? Maybe they can go on a bit of a run and make something out of this season. I kind of doubt it, but it is still a really good game. It started off with an offensive drive that, yeah, sold out, but you still saw stuff from it. But the big name, the big piece of this game, Darren Waller made his Dolphins debut. And man, did he make the most of it. 2 touchdowns in this game, a third down reception on the opening drive. Darren Waller was seemingly the missing piece to this offense early on. And it both makes sense and makes no sense at the same time. Because the thing is, this was his first game in over a year, nearly 2 years. And he came out there and played well. And it makes sense because of what we saw from this Dolphins offense last year. Jonnu Smith was a massive part, this really athletic, big body tight end that can go up and get passes. It makes sense that you pretty much add that same thing. You're going to have a little bit more success in the offense. But then that leaves the question of, if you knew you were going to trade if you knew you were going to trade Jonnu Smith, why did we not draft Tyler Warren, who is also really athletic, big body tight end? He was available in the first round. And we've not really seen the full force of Kenneth Grant yet and what he can be. But Tyler Warren would have been an absolute difference maker in this offense. And we'd probably be talking about a different start to this season. But there, Dylan Waller's back. He had this great performance, proved a bunch of people wrong. That's good to see. The other thing is you have Jalen Waddle, who had a pretty solid game as well after Tyreek went down. Especially a lot of talk amongst Dolphins fans about when are we going to see Jalen Waddle be that receiver one again? Because in his rookie season, he was a receiver one and he played really well. And throughout portions of the last few years, he has had to be the receiver one and has played pretty well. Well, the monkey's paw has come into effect, and we are going to be seeing Jalen Waddle in a receiver one role for the rest of the season, most likely. And I'm very excited. I think he'll be just fine. But now we are definitely missing a piece at receiver. Malik Washington is going to step up into that receiver 2 role, and we still have Nick Westbrook-Ikine, who has been kind of silent this season, but maybe he has a different impact now that Tyreek Hill is unfortunately out for seemingly the season. Nonetheless, this is a Dolphins team that finally showed up, especially defensively. Entering the game, only the Dolphins and the Jets had no turnovers. And exiting the game, Miami forced 3, all of them being fumbles, but it's still something to hold your hat on for this defense that was really struggling the first 3 weeks of the season. But they finally showed up, they finally had a good performance, and now Miami is on the road next week against Carolina, and what's going to be a pretty interesting game. But an all-around thoughts on this was a Dolphins team we were expecting against the Colts. This was a solid showing, nothing really too extraordinary, but still a showing that if you had this same defense and this same offense against the Patriots and the Colts, we're talking about a different season. But that's enough on that. The final tidbit is I really, really love these rivalries jerseys. I would not be opposed to seeing them more often and seeing them once a year as a true third alternate. But besides that, let me know your thoughts down below on the first month of the season for the Miami Dolphins, and I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.